Good morning. Happy Saturday. Hope everyone is doing well. Want to ask, when life suddenly gets tough, kicks you in your teeth, knocks you off your feet, where do you find your foundation again? How do you stand back up, and what do you stand on? So, one of the sources I look is God's Word. And this morning, I want to go over the love chapter, 1 Corinthians 13. I'm going to read out of the Amplified Version for more depth and meaning and modern language. So, if I speak with the tongues of men and of angels, but have not love for others growing out of God's love for me, then I have become only a noisy gong or a clanging cymbal. I would just be an annoying distraction. And if I have the gift of prophecy and speak a new message from God to the people, and understand all mysteries and possess all knowledge, and if I have all sufficient faith so that I can remove mountains, but do not have love, reaching out to others, I am nothing. If I give all my possessions to feed the poor, and if I surrender my body to be burned, but do not have love, it does me no good at all. Love endures with patience and serenity. Love is kind and thoughtful, and is not jealous or envious. Love does not brag, and is not proud or arrogant. Love is not rude. It is not self-seeking. It is not provoked, nor overly sensitive and easily angered. It does not take into account a wrong endured. It does not rejoice at injustice, but rejoices with the truth when right and truth prevail. Love bears all things, regardless of what comes, believes all things, looking for the best in each other, hopes all things, remaining steadfast during difficult times, endures all things without weakening. Love never fails. It never fades nor ends. But as for prophecies, they will pass away. As for tongues, they will cease. As for the gift of special knowledge, it will pass away. For we know in part, and we prophesy in part, for our knowledge is fragmentary and incomplete. But when that which is complete and perfect comes, that which is incomplete and partial will pass away. When I was a child, I talked like a child. I thought like a child. I reasoned like a child. But when I became a man, I did away with childish things. For now, in this time of imperfection, we see a mirror dimly, a blurred reflection, a riddle, an enigma. But then, when the time of perfection comes, we will see reality face to face. Now I know in part, just in fragments, but then I will know fully, just as I have been fully known by God. And now there remain faith, the abiding trust in God and His promises, hope, the confident expectation of eternal salvation, love, the unselfish love for others, growing out of God's love for me. These three, the choicest graces, but the greatest of these is love. So one of my questions is, how often do we think that we are being loving? Or do we accept someone else's word that we are loved by them? But then whenever we run their definition or their example of love past God's definition, are we really talking love, or are we talking something else? So I know myself that I'm striving and working every day to be more filled with love, to love others, to love myself, to love my family, to love my God more. And without real love, do we really have anything at all? Hope everyone has an amazing day. Let me know what your thoughts are.